My name's Eleanor Leslie. My pronouns are they, them, or any, all, whatever you prefer. I don't care. And this is my artist presentation. So my preferred medium types are a little bit all over the place. I've been working in colored pencil mixed media with like markers and paints for a little while. That's probably the media I worked in the longest, so I'm most comfortable with it. But as of recent, I've started doing ceramics and some digital art, and I really like them as well. So I would call these three my favorite medias. But other medias I work in include I've done some glass work. I like working with metals. I'm doing some printmaking right now. And I just like really like to explore a lot of different media types because it makes me happy. My creative process uh, tends to be pretty straightforward, where I will begin with like a brainstorming phase where I will write down my ideas in my notes app if I don't have a sketchbook around me, or talk about it with people that are in my space that I know would agree with the topic that I am considering for my art piece. Then I will typically move on to sketching and doing a mock-up. So in this example here that I have, I actually broke down the creature into shapes that I could build to fit together because it is a 3D ceramics piece. Then, after the pencil sketches, I would start doing the work. So begin building shapes in the case of ceramics, or beginning the full sketch for the drawing that I would want to do, or painting. And then I would do refinement, make sure everything looks good as well to the part that I want it to be. In ceramics, it means it has to go through a few phases. It's got to go through bisque firing, and then you can start worrying about color and texture and things like that. So you have to plan a little bit more ahead for ceramics. And then I begin color work, where I will work on having colors that I want to test out for this. So in the case for this project, I did a lot of mock-ups because I knew generally what I wanted to look like, but not the exacts of how it was. So some of these designs were a little too Christmassy for me. So I worked a little bit more towards making it look alien, because it is supposed to be an alien creature. And then we end up with our final project, final piece, which is up here. Uh, my themes that I typically work with when I create my art pieces are um, escapism through fantasy, or like sci-fi based means. I've also worked towards, as of recent, my own body image being a subject matter that I work with. So, the past 2 semesters, I've done a lot more um, drawings of myself than I ever done in the past. So very interesting that I've developed that. So talking about body image and how I perceive myself in a lot of ways. What inspires me? I'm greatly inspired by a lot of the artists, especially the background artists or character design artists from video games I play, especially ones that have fantasy or sci-fi based themes. I specifically am going to talk about Sarah Webb, who is the background artist for one of my favorite games. And I love her color use and just the flowy, airy feel of her work. So you can see up here in the top left-hand corner picture, that is one of Sarah Webb's like background drawings for the game. And you can see below it some art I made based around the general world or vibes. I also get inspo from mythology and plants and animals in real life, as well as my friends. What I want to keep working towards is exploring new medias and developing my creative style and just having fun with art, because that's what it is. To me, it's a thing that makes me happy and I love working towards it. you.